everybody, this is Jessie and I cannot do hair. This is my pitiful attempt to do the hairstyle that is going on here on YouTube, but apparently I cannot do hair. Anyways, welcome back to Weird Talk Wednesdays, and today we're going to be talking about boobs. Yes, boobs. In my other video, I promised I was going to talk about big boob problems, so here I am. I saw this girl here on YouTube talking about small boob problems. So I thought, like, girl, what? You got it easy.
If you have small boobs, your life is just better.
You don't struggle with a lot of things. The only thing that you might struggle is just, I don't know. Like, if you have small boobs, I feel like you can always add more. Not like if you have small boobs, it's harder. I mean, you can take away some boobylicious tissues inside there, but it's harder, or it's a, I don't know. So the name of this girl is Trisha. Her channel is Trisha06, and I'll link her down below so you guys can go check her out. She probably doesn't know I exist, but I'll just send you guys over there just because I like her videos. Okay, my theory, well, not theory, but like my comparison of small boobs or big boobs is just that it's like makeup. You know, when you're trying to do a smoky eye, they always recommend that you start with a little bit and then intensify as you like it, like so you can get like the results that you want. It's easier, right? Definitely is harder to just get rid of that black eye after you put a lot and then you're trying to just get rid. It's just harder. So the same thing happens with boobs. When you get a plastic surgery to put implants on your boobs, you want to get bigger boobs. Sometimes they do a little cut on the bottom, or they do a little cut on the nipple and they insert whatever water or silicone they want. You get to pick your own size, you know. But when you have bigger boobs, like, they just keep growing and growing, and then after you have kids, they keep growing and growing, and then gravity happens, and then they start sagging, and it's a whole mess. So if you want to get a boob reduction, it's actually harder, just because, okay, they actually cut your whole nipple, they take it away, or as far as I know, that's the last time I checked, that's what they do to get a breast reduction. So they take off the whole nipple and then they make a big old cut, and then they cut some of the skin and
they close it and they sew it, and then they put the nipple back in and they sew, and it's,
you know, that just sounds like a whole big process to me, and more complicated and more painful.
Big boobs are a problem.
Another thing that I hate about having big boobs, well, let me tell you before I keep talking. I'm letter D, and usually I jump back and forth from 34D and 36D. To me, that's, I guess it's kind of like not humongous big boobs, but it is like still a bit annoying, because if I want to wear a blouse, like button-up blouse, it's very hard for me to find the perfect one, because if it happens that it closes from here, because I have bigger boobs, it kind of like make the blouse look weird and makes me look pregnant. And if it actually, it's like tight from the waistline, or it closes really good from the waistline, it doesn't close, or it never closes from the top. So that is a big problem, because I think button-up blouses are like the most, I don't know, formal, elegant blouses, especially if you're going for a job interview. Another thing that I hate about like big boobs is just that guys don't talk to you, don't look at you in the eye. Like, I never experienced this, but the other day I was like noticing this. I never noticed before, I never paid attention before, but now I did. Like, there was this guy, the whole time he was just like, yeah, so instead of like, I'm like, hey, can you look at me over here, because, you know, if you have a question and everything, like, just look at me in the eye, okay? But he was just like,
so when are you gonna be here?
because, you know, I work at a makeup counter and we do facials and stuff, so he was like trying to get a facial, and it was like so annoying, and I just wanted to like I just wanted him to leave, seriously. I kept like kind of ignoring him and like pretending I was like putting away stuff and things. And then I kind of turned around. It was like the worst thing ever because then he was staring at my butt. But he was like the whole time looking at my boobs and I was like so uncomfortable. So that is really, really, I don't know, like it just...
Look at me in the eye, man. Like, do I have ugly eyes or what?
So yeah, that's another big problem. Like, seriously, girls, if you guys want attention from a guy, your boobs are not, you know, the best option. You want the guy to look at you in the eye and really pay attention to what you're saying, and because you know the eye is the window of your heart and your brain and whatever. So boobs definitely are not gonna tell you how a person is. They just want your boobs. I think Trisha mentioned something about that if she was trying to wear like those tube what's it called, like dresses, like strapless dresses or shirts, like the boobs won't hold it and it will fall back. And girls with big boobs agree with me, not just because you have big boobs they stay, like the dress stays there the whole night. No girl, like the dress still falls down and you still have to be like pulling up the dress the whole night, because it's not like, I mean, I guess unless you have like fake boobs that really are like, you know, up there all night out, like 24/7. But if you have real boobs that are kind of big, they kind of like do tend to like sag. It's just an example, see, because when you have fake boobs, they kind of like are there, you know, like the whole time, especially if you wear a bra, I think. But when you have real boobs that are kind of big, they tend to sag a little bit more. So anyways, because they're like sagging or whatever, obviously you can't really wear strapless or strapless dresses. Like it's the same thing, like gravity still pulls everything down, so we always struggle with those dresses and keep pulling them up. Unless you wear a strap, then that's when it'll really hold. But if you wear strapless, it'll totally be the same thing as if you have small boobs. Like seriously, I don't really like to wear strapless dresses or whatever because of the same reason. So we're in the same boat. Can we talk about running?
It's the worst thing ever.
That is, seriously, I don't like to run, but that is like one of the main reasons why I hate running. Unless you're wearing a really like sports bra that is like really pressing your boobs, like really grabbing them and like squeezing them, then you're good. But if you're not wearing an appropriate bra, even if you wear like those type of like sport bras that really suck your boobs in, they will still bounce and hurt. At least to me. Like I'm always like running and they're like slapping me on the face. It's horrible. So it is one of the worst things. Like if you're trying to run, it's like they like bounce, and when they go down, it's like
Like you pull a, you know, muscle, like man, you know when you're running and like you pull, you get like,
you pull your muscle from your feet, like your thighs or whatever. That's how it feels on the boob. So it's horrible. Like me attempting to run is a total fail all the time. Horrible. If anything, I jog. You know, I kind of like squeeze my arms in with like my boobs. I'm jogging like this so they won't bounce as much, you know, so I can just be like, oh, like a runner, you know. I can't do that. It's impossible for a girl with big boobs to be like all sprinting. No, that doesn't happen. That's not a big problem. Can we talk about trying to sleep on the belly? All the time. 2 balls right here. You lay on your chest.
you're trying to like, every time I'm like laying down like this, I'm like like accommodating them into like the perfect position, and then like seriously, I never sleep like completely flat like that and like with my neck like this. I have to like twist my body and sleep like that and kind of like still be on the side though. Like I can never completely sleep on my belly like flat like that like before. I really miss that. I really miss my childhood.
Seriously, you guys, it's the worst thing ever. So I don't know how girls with silicone really, like, I would love to know if girls with silicone boobs can sleep completely flat like that on the bed. And if you ever try to lay it down on the floor, no, that's a no-no. That's an impossible thing. Because sometimes, you know, you're in the like living room and like you want to lay down or something and watch TV on the floor. you can kind of like lay down on the side or whatever. But flat, never. That's never gonna happen. Yes. So if you have fake big boobs, I guess it's good because gravity won't affect you as much, and then you can always, you know, I guess every 5-10 years they have to like take away the old silicone and put some new ones, so I guess they'll never be like saggy or whatever. But I know a lot of people that get fake boobs and their skin doesn't resist and they get stretch marks, like really ugly stretch marks. If you get big boobs, or if you know you have big boobs, then naturally there's chances that you get stretch marks as well. So there's a big problem right there. Thank Lord I haven't got like big red dark stretch marks. I have gotten like a little bit, like little white ones, but they're not too noticeable, so that's great. Definitely, you know, it's part of life. You get stretch marks. All girls do. I mean, if you don't, then gosh, you are blessed. But seriously, you can't get stretch marks if you ever get implants, so really be, you know, aware of that. That's a good one thing, good positive about one good positive thing about getting implants. But when you have natural boobs that are big, they sag, and I mean, they do sag. They will sag. I mean, we get old, and as we get older, they sag. They sag. They sag. I just kidding. They do. I mean, obviously mine, thank Lord, are not that saggy, but after my pregnancy, definitely they lost a bit of elasticity. Like, they do sag a little bit more. Not as much as other people gets them after the pregnancy, but they do sag. But before, my boobs were like pointy. Like, I wish I could download this picture from MySpace, but I can never. If you guys know how to download pictures from MySpace, please let me know how to do that, because I would love to download all of the pictures I have there, because they're such great memories. But I have, because when I was like obviously younger, when I was 17, whatever, you always want to look older, want to look sexy, want to get attention or whatever. So I used to like wear push-up bras and bronze my tits and highlight them and everything, do all of that contouring thing. I used to do that without even knowing that that was contouring. But I used to contour whatever, and I used to wear like V-necks like that, halter, is that called? It's called halter. The dresses that, or shirts that you can tie them from here. So whatever, those make your boobs look bigger. So if you have like small boobs or whatever, you want your boobs to look bigger, halter dresses or tops do help your boobs to look a bit bigger, and if you contour or whatever, you can make them look bigger. So that's why, you know, having small boobs is easier than big boobs. So I used to do that, and they used to pop out all over the place. Yeah, they might look nice or whatever for a minute, but later on it gets like, you want to be sexy, but you don't want to be looking slutty either. So anyways, I think I was trying to say that I had them like really pointy up there, and now even if I wear a push-up bra, because right now I'm wearing a sports bra, so really like kind of like sucking them in. But when I wear like a little bit of push-up bra, they do look a bit popping, but they still don't have that vitality that they used to have. So it is kind of like, whoa, when you know you have like big boobs or whatever, you know that at the end of the day they're gonna sag. So if you have small boobs, they're never gonna really like sag. They're just gonna be there, and you know, they're just gonna be there, never sag.
Big boobs is a problem. How many times will I have to say?
Having big boobs, it's uncomfortable. It is. I'm sorry. It is. It is uncomfortable, and they hurt, especially when it's that time of the month. Hurts like no other. So I guess even if you have small boobs, they must hurt too. But you know, like I said, if you run, they hurt. Oh, another thing, I'm constantly like slapping out people with my boobs. Like, I turn around, and if they're a little bit more over like my personal space, if they're a little bit like bam, I slap them and I push them, and the same thing happens with my butt. Or I don't know if I'm just clumsy all over the place all the time, but I'm always constantly slapping people with my boobs. Always, never fails, and it's so embarrassing too. Yeah, they can look cute sometimes, but if they're overly big, it's just like, I think the perfect size of boobs, it's a B, C at the most. C at the most. But D, double D is like, hey, stop growing. So I guess that was all for my Weird Talk Wednesdays and big boob problems. And please let me know what you guys would like to hear next on my next Wednesday or the next Wednesday, who knows, but let me know what topic you would like to hear next. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and share this video, and most important, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Kisses!